Hey all, and welcome back to another episode of Down South Off-Road and Outdoor. Today I am going to start packing for our Utah and Colorado trip. This is going to be a 16-day trip, and I'm getting ready to show you how we're going to pack this small space for us to live in for a full 16 days. Stay tuned. So in case you don't know, or in case you haven't seen the video, we have a custom built platform in the back of Bella, and my dad built that for us, and it was customized to our needs, or what I wanted my build to look like for our needs functionally. So let me give you a tour around the platform just in case you haven't seen that video. So this custom built back platform has been built after we took out the rear seats. Now what you're going to see right here is actually these are the two trap doors that are raised. But when those trap doors are lying down, we have a 6-inch memory foam mattress that's going to go on top of here, and I'll show you that at the very end. But as you can see, this is what I call my garage space right here, and it goes back pretty far. And I also have some LED lights hooked to the, or set up to the bottom of that, and I have a power bank that connects that. In addition to, see if I can open this with one hand. I'm going to put you down because those latches. So you pull up those handles and you pull out this drawer system, and then it has a table as well. So this will be my kitchen. I have a cutting surface, or a countertop surface is what you can call it. And then it has a full drawer that goes fairly deep in there. So that's what the drawer system looks like. Let me take you around to the front so you can see the trap doors that I have. So one set of trap doors on the passenger side. This trap door has our storage area. So this is going to house storage. It houses our power bank. So there was a custom shelf built to hold the Bluetti, and then this connects to the Jeep itself, so it stays charging as we're running. And then this cord will go through to the other side underneath there, and that's where our refrigerator will sit. So we have the Bouge RV refrigerator. It's a 30 quart, I think, refrigerator, and I have some old stuff in there. It's gonna have to come out, but at least it's not stinky, right? But the Bouge RV sits here, and then it's plugged into the Bluetti as we travel. This will allow us to shut these trap doors and then put the mattress on top. We also have a Blue Ridge Overland Jeep Adit, and that's really awesome for storage, and that's where we shove just I've got our Reflectix up there. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. And then we can also shove like dirty clothes, jackets, that sort of thing will go in there. In addition, we also have some extra storage back in these compartments here. So that allows us just to stuff more stuff back into those compartments. All right, guys, all of that needs to go into that small space that I just showed you. So let me take you a tour around the tarp of stuff and just kind of give you an idea of some of the things that we're taking with us. So we have the kitchen set up. I have the Genesis system, the stove system, so it's nice and compact, so it fits into that drawer. I have two pans, a small saute pan and then another flat pan, so we're going to put that in there. I also have this C to seal, C to something. Anyway, this is the pot. Now I bought two separate bowls to go with it as well, and what these do is these expand just like that, so that I can have like a bowl or even a plate. But the pot pops up as well, and then it's safe to boil on the on an open flame. So that's what we have for our pot system, and some bowls. I also have a shield. That's just to help with the wind, to kind of help shield the flame. We have these cups, and these are going to be these will pop out as well. We have a Stanley French press. We can boil water in this, or we can use it as a French press for coffee. I'm also taking spatula, a knife, and some tongs. Those will be my main utensils. Again, just some more mugs to keep things warm, because I know it's supposed to be cold in Colorado. These are really cool. These fit in our cup holders. We got those because I get tired of all the bottles bouncing around in all different sizes, trying to figure out what'll fit and what won't. Both of these will fit in our cup holders, and we'll use those to refill with water while we're on the trail. Now, just to kind of go through, we both like water flavor packages to give us some flavor, some cleaning stuff that I'm using, some spray cleaner, Lysol wipes, trash bags. Now, here's some of the snacks that we're going to be taking, or some of the food, because again, we're going to be on the trail for 16 days and we want to be able to cook as much as possible and save ourselves some money. Of course, you know, once you're out in the backcountry, you're limited to what you have anyway. So we have these beef sticks, and those will be for snacks. Again, rice cakes, 2 different flavors. Breakfast, the plan is grits for him, oatmeal for me. It's just the way we are. We're both completely different. If you guys have not tried these, I know these look lame as hell, but we actually tried them out before bringing them along, and they're actually really freaking tasty. So we'll be doing meatballs with some 3 cheese rotini, and then these are just some extra sauce packages to go with that. So yeah, that's going to be 2 meals right there. So I'm pretty excited about that. Next, we have some dirty rice by Zatarain's, and we'll throw in this beef brisket. Again, this stuff is pretty tasty. You throw it on a hot dog bun with some barbecue sauce. It's cooked, ready to eat, and it's actually really good, alarmingly. Olive oil, some wraps. We're going to have tacos a couple of nights. We'll have those, as well as some quesadillas. Tuna, that's my go-to, tuna and rice cakes. It's just super easy. Refried beans, again, that's just reheat and go. The Knorr packages for pastas, also some rice. So yeah, so those will be our meals. I'll also show you at the end of this how we're going to pack the fridge and some of the meats that I'm taking along with us. Now, moving right along, what will go in the garage area, we have this first aid and trauma kit from North American Rescue. Hoping we do not have to use that, but it is stocked full of all the first aid that we may need. This is a pop-up table, our Campland table, so if you haven't seen that, I'm sure you can find a video on our channel. This is our air compressor from Open Road. We actually just did a review on this, and it's really cool, so you can go check that out. So that's going to be our air compressor. Those are our chairs, our pop-up chairs by Kilo Skier. Again, guess what? We have a review on that if you want to go check those out. So those are small and compact. They'll also go in the garage. This Jumpy, we did a review on this, and yes, it's a vacuum, but it's also supposed to be a battery booster. It's supposed to be able to jump off a car battery. So that's why we have that, and that's what it's for. Of course, the Streamlight, got to take that for, you know, to light up the world. If you haven't seen these are our saddlebags. I only have one of them out here so that you can see it. The other one is inside the Jeep. These attach to a roll bar, and this is how we store all of our clothes for the week. If you haven't checked that out, definitely go check that review out, because it's the jam. We love the shit out of these bags, and we can pack so much stuff. Even with the big guy, as big as his clothes are, they fit in there really, really well. The Thor bucket is not going. I just used it to carry out here, but it has our Boost Oxygen since we're going to be in higher elevations. You know, the fear of altitude sickness, that sort of thing. So we have some oxygen just in case. We'll also have an oximeter. I think that's the way it's said, oximeter. Anyway, we'll have that with us. You know, the little thing you put on your finger to test your oxygen. We'll have that so that we stay safe. Lots of camping gas. Not sure if I'm going to be able to fit all of those in there. I feel like that's all I'm going to need for the week or for the 16 days, but we'll try it. Some of the tools we're taking. We're taking this, because we know that those will fit most of the bolts in the Jeep, so we'll have those handy. We have a Klein Tools rechargeable fan. I don't think we'll need it much in Colorado, but I know that we're going to need it in Utah, so hopefully you can hear me over the dog. All right, so double duty toilet waste bags. All right, so this, guys and girls, is a game changer when it comes to poop. All right, so we have the toilet, and I'll actually open this up for you guys in a minute before I pack it and show you what it looks like. But those will go inside the toilet, and then the toilet breaks down into this little bag. These are our Sea to Summit Dry Light towels. These are extra large towels, and they're dry. The Dry Light towels, so they fold up nice and small, and then they're supposed to dry really quick. And then we have our Mountain Classic camp blanket. So this is just our blanket, so you can see how small it's and compact it is. Couple of other tools we'll have is just the mallet, a saw. We've got a hatchet somewhere. I'm just not sure where it is. Yeah, so that will give you kind of an idea. Oh, and Jeremy's pee bottle. All right, a couple of other things that I did not have laid out there. We also have these Jeep window screens, and these are really cool because they slide over the rear windows and allows us to help keep the bugs out. Also, we have a thermocell that I just picked up at Walmart, and the little fuel and the bug zapper stuff is, I picked up some extra stuff of that, and I've just got it running now just to kind of see how that works, but it's supposed to kill mosquitoes within a 15-foot range. With the 16 days, we're going to spend the first half in Utah and then the second half in Colorado, and in between those two locations, we are actually spending a night in Moab so that we can do our laundry, so that we don't have to take 16 days worth of laundry, but we want to be able to do our laundry as well as restock our food supply. So I'll take as much food as I can, and then the rest we'll just have to pick it up along the way. So now I'm going to set the camera up and super speed, and you guys get to kind of watch me pack all this jazz up. Okay, before I pack up our storage area, I just wanted to show you a couple of the things that we're taking along as recovery gear. We have a couple of extra D-rings. We've got a snatch block. We also have some ratchet straps. If you watched our Land Between the Lakes, ratchet straps would have been very, very handy for us. And so the second we got home, we made sure that we picked up some of those. We also have some soft shackles and then a couple of tree savers. In addition to that, we have our winch. Hoping that we're not going to need the recovery gear, but you know what? It's always better to be safe than sorry. I want to show you how we pack the saddlebags and how much we can actually get in these saddlebags. This is what holds our clothes. So the saddlebags, these hang on the roll bar, on the rear roll bar. And then this is what we put all of our clothes in. So I've got here, I'm showing you Jeremy's because his clothes are obviously bigger than mine. So I think that's a true show of how much we can actually get in this bag. So we're packing for 7 days because we're gonna be stopping halfway through the trip and doing laundry. So we've got 7 days worth of clothes. So for Jeremy, I've got 7 shirts plus a flannel, in case it gets chilly. We're packing 3 pairs of pants, plus he'll have a pair on, so that'll give us 4 pairs of pants. Of course, we're packing about 8 or 9 pairs of underwear because you never know what's gonna happen out there. And then 7 or 8 pairs of socks. So yeah, let's pack it up. And there you have it. The saddlebag is packed. Now I'm going to pack up my side and move on to the next task. All right, so just putting the final touches on the packing situation. You just seen me stick that big mattress in, and I have it folded over like a taco because that way it stays out of the way of our trapdoors when we need to get in and out of it during the day for the refrigerator and for supplies and things like that. And then I'll just pop those straps and lay it down every night, so that's super easy. I just put this tote on the back of the ruck rack, and that is going to be our awning room, and that goes, it attaches to our awning right there. It has a floor, it has screens, that sort of thing, so you guys will see that, I'm sure, throughout some of the videos while we're in Utah. And then, of course, our water supply. That water is going to be sitting outside, so that's going to be used mainly for cleaning, showers, things of that nature. And then I will be using another water tank for our clean water, and I'll actually put that inside. All right, and then now we've got the trasharoo, and the trasharoo, of course, will carry our trash. I put the pop-up pit in there because it gets a little dirty, so that's a way to protect it from getting everything in the Jeep kind of nasty. And then I'll also pack some other supplies like some Lysol wipes, trash bags, the rest of the duty bags, because I can only get 2 boxes of them inside the Jeep, so I'll pack the others in the bottom. And then we'll just dump trash as often as we can. Okay, so the last piece, I think, is going to be the refrigerator. And I just wanted to take a minute to kind of show you guys what I packed. So just to give you an idea, we actually have this thing set fairly low on like 33 degrees because we're not actually going to need to eat the food for a couple of days since we're going to Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion first. So I wanted to go ahead and stock up. So we have sandwich meats that are on top. I do have a lot of this stuff frozen, and I'll show you how I did that. A couple of frozen veggies. These are super easy to fix on the trail. This is just pre-cooked chicken for our first couple of nights because we're going to be traveling to our location 26 hours out west. So this is already pre-cooked. All I'll have to do is season it, make some quesadillas, things like that. Pre-cooked sausage patties. And then that's a surprise for the hubby he doesn't know about yet. But like pork chops, we already have the chicken frozen and I have it divided out. So I've got like buffalo chicken, carne asada for the steak, or for the tacos, and then some steak. So like I said, I'm keeping, and those corn dogs, I actually have that as a snack for Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion in our room. It's a little lame, but there we are. So yeah, so that's what I do to keep the meat as fresh as possible and to keep it safe as long as possible. And then I just stack things according to how I plan to use them. So that they don't, hopefully the stuff on the bottom stays the coldest. All right, guys, so we are pretty much packed up and ready to go. If you're heading to Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, hopefully we'll see you there this weekend. And if not, be sure to follow the channel, and we will we'll be posting the videos as soon as we get service. The goal is hopefully to make at least 10 videos of this awesome trip through Utah and Colorado, and just out west. That we are expecting some rough trails. They've had some rain and that sort of thing. So wish us lots of luck. So my question to you guys have seen everything that I've packed. I kind of feel like we're a little heavy, I'll be honest with you. So tell me in the comments, what do you think? Do you, is there something that you would have done differently? Is there something that you would have packed that I didn't pack? Or is there something maybe that you've seen that you're thinking that's just bullshit, she needs to take that out of there? So leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts. Until next time, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you all real soon. Peace out.